That was a freaking cool intro we just had.
Yeah, first one of many. It's a first timer. If you guys been with us before, that's a first right there.
We're
Hope I
getting
don't
official.
fuck it.
Getting official.
Hope I
Anyways, big
don't
week
mess
this
it
week.
up.
Big week. We're going to talk about our drafts and what we thought everyone did.
Bet.
Um, Somehow the Rams are our favorites right now for the Super Bowl, even though they just had a shitty draft. So we're going to talk about that. Um, we're going to talk. There's a thing with the Pittsburgh Pirates we're going to talk about. Pretty fucking silly, if you ask me.
You
And
like beef? We're gonna talk about cows.
there's a possibility we talk about some cows, and we
Bring in some cows.
might dabble into some D&D. So sit tight, sit back,
What do you
and
got there?
just
You pause
drink.
right there. What do you got
I
on
don't know,
that?
dude.
Like, what were
I
you
don't know
going? Where
where I
are
was
you
going.
going
I
with that?
was gonna say relax, but I was like, that's so fucking cliche. You
They're
fucking
already they're already relaxing because they're listening to us. Like you're relaxing when you're listening to podcasts.
cheers.
Yeah. Cheers. All
All
right,
right,
first on the agenda, the
where do we
big
want to
the
jump
big
in?
thing. The big thing we can talk about right off the bat is the draft. That's we're if this is your first time tuning in, we're pretty big on sports. Like we like to watch, we like to participate, we like to critique. We consider ourselves top tier couch coaches. We might not be any good at couch coaching, but we think we're up there. But draft, what do you think? What are you thinking, Jack? What are you thinking on the
I'm
draft? How you feeling?
fucking. I'm um. You know, I really like how my team, the Detroit Lions, did. I'm really excited for them. But with that being said, it terrifies me because the last couple of years I haven't hated the draft, but I haven't been like, ugh, okay, this was a great draft. And I've been wrong. We've had some good drafts. I'm really excited about this year's draft, and it kind of worries me. Like, could this be the opposite? Did I think we have a great draft? And
You
it's really just
botch
gonna
it.
set us back some more.
You
Yeah.
think you botched it?
Well, because we got a guy to cover right tackle, so Penne can go back to left tackle. And Penne was one of the best tackles in the league on right side. Now you put him back on the side that he belongs, he's gonna be a fucking beast.
It's dangerous.
Our line, our O line should be unreal. And then we got Moore to sit on the opposite side of Hutch, which should be great. I watched Moore a couple times, even though I'm a Spartan fan. I did catch some Michigan games. I'm excited. There's a lot of stuff. We should have a replacement for Anzalone as long as things work out and he does well. He probably won't get the job right away, but he'll bring competition to that position. So on my team, I'm excited. I'm excited for Detroit's draft. But there was a lot more to talk about than just Detroit. There's a lot of stories out there. But before we do that, let's get into your thoughts on Kansas City's draft.
I'm not. I honestly am kind of happy about it. Like
Yeah.
typically, Veach likes to reach with some stuff, but like he went straight after some. Like definitely, our defense needed work. Like we had a bunch of gaps after getting rid of letting some go during that free agency period and get rid of Trent McDuffie, Watson. Like those are our top two corners right there gone. Chris Jones, he's getting older. Like he's like obviously we saw it this last year. He is just not able to take on as many reps. If I feel like if we get a good rotation off out of Peter Woods and all that, I think we can be more because last year and the year before we were lacking in pressure on QB. We were relying way too much on Spags' blitz and hoping our guys can play man. Like they're getting way too much time, not enough pressure. Like, I'm happy about that. Something that I will always be worried about since like 3 years ago is just receivers. I'll always be worried about it till I see one good guy like Rashid Rice. He has got some talent. He had too many drops last year. He was struggling last year, but he has got a problem off the field. I loved him his first year, and then after he did all that, I lost total respect. Can't gain it back. It's gone. It's just That's the position I always worry about. Like we picked up Kenneth Walker and then we drafted I can't even remember the guy's name from Nebraska, that running back. That'll be a good one too. So I'm happy about it. I'm happy. Always could be better. It surprised me.
I didn't want to interrupt you because you always tell me I interrupt you while you're fucking talking about Kansas City because I hate them.
Yeah, it's
But I didn't
rude.
interrupt you, dude. Congratulations.
Well, no, you're smiling because you're like, this guy's an idiot.
Nah, you're talking about Chris Jones. It's like, yeah, he got paid, then he
Uh,
just stopped playing.
yeah, he stopped. He sat out that first week against Detroit, and honestly, if we had him out there, I'm not saying we'd have won the game with him, but it definitely would have been a little bit different tactic for you guys to play against us. But
Yep.
we won the Super Bowl that year anyway, so who cares?
Yeah. Not
Just
really. We won
kidding.
it because we beat you. So it's all
Yeah,
good.
you're right. Yeah,
Way
yeah,
to go,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Lions.
Yeah. But there's a couple teams out there that me and Jack know about. What's the first one you want to talk about that surprised you during the draft? That was making some moves, picking up some players.
Fucking Dallas had a good draft, but at the
Dallas
same
had, dude.
time, I don't I get they're going after the guys that they probably need, but who was it? Was it the Eagles? Did they give a corner to the Eagles? Who did they give that corner to? That they
They did
just
a trade. Someone traded with the Eagles, and the Eagles got something out of it that
something
I don't know why
huge, yeah.
I don't know why people did it. Like, don't get me wrong, Philadelphia has like a phenomenal defense. Like their interior defense is like unbelievably athletic and physical. But like I don't like any Philadelphia team, and I just hate it when people just give them everything. They don't let them
Hmm.
work for it.
Hmm.
They gave them
Oh,
something for it.
they got a new receiver, so we'll probably see. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I'm
Well,
pretty
there's
sure
a chance
AJ
we see
Brown.
AJ gone,
Pretty sure he's gone. They're
which could
just
be
not.
scary if he goes to the Patriots. Could
Yeah,
be a
because that's what's
problem.
talking. Yeah, because they got
I'm
May.
not too
They got rid
worried
of
about the
Diggs.
Patriots because I think May might go through a regression just because sophomore slump, you know.
Oh,
I think he's going to be a great quarterback. I had him last year on my fantasy team. Love him. Think he's a great kid, but
yeah,
hoping he goes through
yeah,
a sophomore slump.
yeah.
Uh,
I'm hoping to
Cincinnati.
fuck
Everyone
the
thinks
Patriots.
Cincinnati's in a win now position. They didn't do shit.
I don't.
Traded for a defensive. What was it? Defensive tackle,
Defensive tackle, they would have paid the exact same for Trey
which they
Hendricks and would have
had.
kept all. They would have kept their draft pick for
Mhm.
that first round. It
Which
made
they had last
no
year, and
sense.
they didn't do shit with it. I know Trey was hurt a little bit. I know he sat out for a little bit. Not worried about
But
Cincinnati.
but
Bunch
they
of
didn't
bums
even
over there.
like. They should have kept Trey Hendricks and they should have built a couple more people around him. Like you could have drafted because they gave away what the fifth pick,
10th, right?
the tenth. It was either the tenth, fifth. Dude,
Giants had the fifth.
they could have
Giants
gotten
had the fifth.
Bane, dude.
Yeah.
They could have
Who
gotten.
that's who I wanted, but I get why we went after because there was another guy that
Yeah,
a lot of fans wanted. But what I had definitely forgotten about was the other guy that we wanted was a right tackle.
right
And the guy
tackle.
we took, which is technically which people were thinking wasn't as good as him, is a left tackle. And the reason we went for
Because you already have a right tackle.
we went no, we went with the right tackle and left the left tackle. So Penne could switch. Sorry. Left and
This is
right
your
got all
left.
confused.
This is your right.
Yeah, fucking.
Just
But
playing with you, brother bear.
we went with the lower guy according to
It's just so you could put your
they
original
think
guy
he's
back
less
in his
skilled.
spot.
Yeah. I think our O line's going to be a beast because of it. But that's another. The other guy I wanted that was being looked at by a lot by the Lions was the ginger guy with the mullet.
Oh yeah, the ginger daddy.
Ohio,
Shut
yeah.
up, lady.
Yeah, get out of here. No one cares. No, but
Honestly, I
I
didn't.
like the draft.
I didn't have like I honestly didn't I because I didn't know anything about this draft class coming up. Like the last draft case I really knew like majority of because I don't follow a whole lot of college ball was Caleb Williams, and that was because I liked making fun of him for his attitude and stuff. But
Yeah.
I was just hoping that they were gonna play it smart for my team to where they drafted defensive line because that was horrible. Corners and then some other key skill players we could develop later on like punt or kickoff and stuff. And I was happy.
What's what I'm not worried about it this year. But I feel like Chicago's doing what Detroit did their first 2 years of rebuild when we had Johnson come in on that second year. But they drafted. I think they had a solid draft, and a lot of people were confused why they drafted a third tight end. The tight end that they drafted is a run blocking type tight end.
Yeah,
So I think they'll trade or get rid of, do something with Komet. I think Komet will be gone. They'll keep Loveland and they'll use this other tight end to run block and they'll be able to run plays
yeah,
of what Johnson did up in Detroit. So I think the Bears are going to be a problem in a couple of years.
yeah.
I
They're doing
hope,
all the
hopefully
right
not
things to
this
put
year.
they're
Yeah,
they're putting some good building blocks in. I'll give them
yeah,
that because a lot of teams just always think they have to. What sucks about during these like almost rebuild eras is they think they have to get it all within like 1 or 2 years or it's just gonna lag. But they're doing the right building parts for it, and that sucks because I don't like Chicago. I would say another team that kind of surprised me was and it's not even a good surprise. Like I was just surprised they had this many picks. It was the Browns. Like how many picks they had, and I feel like they got like maybe one, two guys out of it that were solid or decent. Like that. I
yeah,
think they were looking at a guard the first round when we traded picks with them, and like, and then I don't even really know what they did after that. Like it just surprised me they had that many picks, and I really didn't see anything out of them.
yeah. I think the reason the NFL draft is as good as it is, like you don't get the same hype for the
Yeah,
MLB or the fucking as much as I say I want the NFL to
it's
adapt
a feeder league.
minor leagues, yeah.
Yeah.
The reason the draft gets so much hype and it's so much more fun to watch because it feels like the Browns included, it feels like when the draft comes around, you're drafting people straight out of college and you feel like they're going to go in and they're going to make a difference right then. And
Yeah.
it feels like, doesn't matter who you are, your team has a chance. After the draft, you're like, oh, yeah, I'm excited. This guy's going to come in. It feels like they make a difference right away. And
Yeah.
that's the
That's nice.
one
That's
good thing.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why the draft for the NFL is so much bigger than every other league. And I think that's probably the one and only benefit of not having a minor league
Feeder
for the
league. Yeah.
NFL. Yeah. Anything else? You got anything else to say?
Um, where was the draft even at this year? I honestly,
Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh.
what did you think of it? Like the actual like setting of it? Do you think it was cool?
I was kind of
You didn't think it was that cool looking.
I like no, but I'm biased because we just had the
I
Detroit
was
one
just
and the
about to say,
Detroit
I
one
was
was
just about to
wild.
say, I'm biased too. Like the Kansas City one was wild because we won that Super Bowl and we got to
Yeah.
like, I know you hate them, but that is pretty cool. You got to just flex. You just won the Super Bowl and you're hosting the
And then
draft.
yeah, hosting the
Like that's
draft.
cool.
Well, I also usually I think the problem was I usually watch Pat McAfee
Yeah.
when they're doing the draft, but because Pat McAfee, we had what did we have going on? We had I think I had all four Stanley Cup games on during the draft. No, I had three games. I had three games going, and then the draft
Yeah.
on one screen.
And if we're being completely honest, folks, we didn't even know the draft was coming up. It completely lost. Like, I think it was like what the week before we were like, oh my gosh, the
Yeah,
draft's coming up.
draft
Holy
night.
crap.
Yeah. For some
So,
reason,
hey,
I
yeah,
didn't realize it was so early on. I thought we
I
still had a little bit.
normally we get, I normally get notifications about it saying, are you excited about like off my Chiefs app? Like, who do you think will
Yeah.
take round one or what do you think we'll trade? I didn't get any
But
of that.
it wasn't even like I think another part of it, like not having a ton of buildup, is everyone knew Fernando was going one.
Mm, mm, mm.
And then after that, you didn't really have any quarterbacks. You didn't have a ton of receivers, or there
Shoot.
wasn't a ton of skilled players in it
Good job
this year.
mentioning that, dude. What do you think of hate to like change like kind of a little bit of the courses. What do you think of Sean McVay's reaction to them drafting a quarterback first round?
I saw it, and at the time, I was like, okay. But I watch a lot of Good Morning
Yeah.
Football. I love that. That's probably my favorite channel for like fantasy and watching stuff during the football
Yeah.
season. So I was watching them, and they did an interview with McVay after the draft, and he explained it all, and it made sense what he
It
was
just
talking about.
yeah,
He's
I
like,
think people were
it was
overhyping
different.
it.
So there was the interview right after, well, after they drafted him, and he talked about the spot still Staffords and stuff like that. I was like, okay, that's a generic answer right there. But they talked
Yeah.
about it on Good Morning Football, and they talked about why he looked like he was so pissed and stuff like that. And he did a deep dive into it, and it made things a lot more make more sense. So
Yeah.
I'm I don't think there was a problem with it. He's used to winning. He's dedicated to winning. Um, the GM and the coaches, a lot of people think like, and sometimes you get this way. You've gotten it with the Bears a couple times, but you think the GM and coaches are on two separate pages. A lot of the times they know exactly who they're drafting as they go into the draft. So I don't think he was caught off guard at all. I
Yeah,
think
I'm
they knew
pretty.
who they were drafting.
Yeah.
It just I
Most
can't
of the
remember
time
what
when
he
you
said,
have
but
a
I'm
winning
not
cult,
reading too much into it.
yeah. Most of the time when you have a winning culture, the GM's pretty like he's not like they're not like Jerry Jones where they're in the locker room giving the hype speech or yelling at the players. Like
Yeah.
they have a good connection with the team itself and they know their boundaries. And if they're confident in their coach, a lot of times they'll let their coach make the calls on what they
And,
draft.
and you have to think um it might be a smart move because you have to think the Rams are in a win now mentality,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Stafford doesn't have a ton of years left on him.
mhm,
So, and if they're going to be trying to win it now, they're going to have another high draft pick this year,
yeah.
this coming year. And the following years, they're probably going to have some high draft picks. So they're not going to have that low draft pick to go out and get quarterbacks. So they went and tried to get a quarterback here low, so they're not stuck. What happens when Stafford's gone? You're stuck trying to build up a quarterback, trying to get a quarterback in the draft when you have such a high
And
draft
just
pick
throw them straight
because
into it.
right, because Stafford was playing well. So I don't see a problem with it because you're going to be able to train him under Stafford. And
Yeah, I was
I
just
would
about to say that's a huge compliment.
it's it's kind of I
That's how
kind
you
of
that's how you build
want a
players.
quarterback, yeah. And I want a quarterback for Detroit because Goff isn't going to be there forever. And it's the same thing. Like I think we're a very good team right now. And the better you are, the higher your draft pick is. And the higher your draft pick is, you're not going to get those great guys later on. So I think it was a good move. I don't
When you
think it was
say
a good
when you
move,
say
but
higher, when you say higher, it sounds confusing.
really.
Like when you say higher, like when you think of a higher draft pick, you think of one, like
Oh,
a
okay. Yeah, I
yeah,
should say lower then.
yeah,
I was thinking
like a
higher
like
numbers, you know.
yeah, like we have a yeah. That's why I that when I was trying to, I'm like, what do you mean high draft pick? If he wins
No,
the Super Bowl, you got pick number
no.
32.
Yeah, that's what I was going off.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
that's what I was just trying to
I,
think how you're thinking.
I don't
But
think they
no,
need
I agree. That's what several teams have done. So you have, I'm going to throw some teams out there. You had the Patriots did it with, they had Drew Bledsoe and then they drafted Tom Brady and they had Drew Bledsoe, but like you draft a quarterback as a just in case when you have a good guy like that. Cause then Drew Bledsoe can train him and literally just guide him through those 2 or 3 years. Like Kansas City did it with, when we had all pro, Alex Smith and he was doing great for us. We drafted a quarterback for Alex
Mhm.
Smith to, cause they only last like 3 or 4 years when they're producing at a high level like that when they've been in the league for a little bit. So like I think
Mhm.
it's a smart move because Stafford if because most guys don't want to train their replacement. Like let's be honest, like they know that they're going to be their replacement later, but like most
Mhm.
guys are pretty cool about it. They'll show them ins and outs. They're not going to show them their whole lifestyle if they're like that, but they're pretty good about teaching them the young guys some stuff. When like Stafford,
Yeah.
like he ain't gonna lose his job, like not
And
that easily.
if you think about where the Rams were looking at, I mean, they don't really need their O line was good for them last year. They had a solid
Yep.
defense. A lot of people were like, well, what about receivers? Because Puka's having some problems right now. I was like, yeah, Puka's having problems, but again, we talked about it earlier on. This draft didn't have a ton of high talented
Mm-mm.
receivers and
The
running backs.
skills
So
weren't that good this year.
you're gonna draft a receiver who you're hoping is going to be better than Puka when you still have Puka.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't
I don't
overthink
think you need
that.
to
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it. I don't think they're in what people are saying win now. I don't think they're gonna I wasn't worried about them last year. I'm not worried about them this year.
Yeah.
Like they're drafting didn't didn't change my perspective of them, what is I'm saying, but I don't think you should be mad at them for that draft pick.
Yeah. I think they did that was a smart move by them. That was a good move. They didn't reach, they just grabbed some talent they saw that they could develop later.
Mhm.
Because Sean McVay's always had that mindset too, where he's moved keys player rounds that are a little bit older. They're not the youngest, and he develops them in certain positions. And then when they makes them look good, he then trades them away and gets
Yep.
other stuff out of him. That's what he's done, and that's what he's done for the Rams. Is he's developed these middle-aged to older guys to where he makes them look really good, and then he'll trade them away, and then get something out of it.
Yeah, I
That's
think
how
it'll
he
be
had
good.
that Super Bowl run.
I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, I think Sean McVay knows what he's doing. That GM has got a lot of faith in him. If he didn't, he wouldn't let him do that. All right. I think that's enough draft talk for now. We'll always have more stuff to talk about come
Yeah,
closer to
we'll
the
probably get
season.
more into it. We'll see how people are
Yeah,
doing and
because there's
whatnot.
still
But
time for because in June and July, still people like teams are going to scramble to sign more people before they'll be making cuts on practice squads and who make finals cut during after training season. Like we'll
and
definitely have plenty to talk about.
we know someone from the Chiefs is going to get in some legal trouble, so we'll have that to talk about. It always happens. So
It
no worries
actually
there.
never happened until Rasheed Rice, but all right.
It's always happens. It's a constant. So we're
All
excited. We'll
right.
talk about that when it comes around for the legal
All right.
trouble.
All
There's
right.
always something going on in the
I'm
NFL.
pretty sure Detroit drafted the worst player ever. He was a defensive tackle. It was what was his name? Snuh? What was that guy's name? You even know him
What are you
too.
talking about?
You know
I
him.
don't
That
even
guy
know.
was the
I don't know what
worst, the
I don't know what you're talking
dirtiest
about.
player ever. But all right.
At least we don't
Moving
have a
on.
fairy on our team.
Moving on, dude. Yeah, you're right. You have Willy Wonka.
Fuck it. Yeah, Willy
You know,
Wonka's
Willy
sick.
Wonka. That guy hangs out with kids. All right. And he takes him to the chocolate factory. Don't know what he's doing. But
I
what's
know
the
what he's
next
doing. I've
topic
been
you
there.
want to talk about?
Winning.
He's whining? Yeah, sounds all right.
Dude, fucking that's what you sound like right now. Anyways, you are a KC fan. I'm used to it. I'm sorry. I'll leave it at that. Pittsburgh Pirates have a problem with their cones. You
Yeah,
seen
dude.
anything on that?
I haven't seen a single thing on it.
They have a cone celebration. You know how like baseball teams have like celebrations and they use props?
Yeah. Like
Well, they
Detroit
have
Red
a
Wings, they throw octopus out
cone.
there.
That's not a baseball team. Nice
I'm
try.
just saying. I just said
Um,
there's something they throw out there. I don't know. I don't watch
they
baseball.
use a cone in one of their celebrations. So people have been bringing cones in.
Like
They have a
traffic cones.
yep. They have a $50 fine, and you can get in legal trouble as well if you're caught with the cone.
Even if you buy your own cone,
I don't know how they're sneaking the
because
cones
you
in to begin with.
like I'm pretty sure you can see a cone.
Yeah, I don't know where you're
Because are
hiding
they
that
are they
at.
the bigger cones or are they the smaller cones?
They're just the big old triangle cones.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I don't
$50.
$50 fine from the
That
stadium
sounds
and then
like
legal trouble.
I was about to say $50 doesn't sound bad at all if I get caught with a cone. What do they
That's
do
what
with
those
the
freak
cones?
fucking want. It's just part of their celebrations. They
Yeah,
put it
but
on
what
their
did I
heads.
got? They just put it on their
Put it on
heads.
their head. Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't get it. I don't
We
know
should
why
yell
it's a
at
problem.
Green Bay
Pittsburgh's
should
the
put out a
fun police.
fine. Green Bay Packers should put out a fine for bringing a cheese head in, dude. Come
Yeah,
on.
those things are just stupid.
Yeah.
I don't even
A
understand
cone.
it.
I wonder what the legal action is on that if they just sneak a cone in.
Isn't construction considered federal stuff? Like highway construction,
I
isn't
don't
that
know.
technically federal equipment?
I
I could be
guess.
way wrong on that, but
I don't think so. They have to order from a distributor. Just I'm pretty sure I could buy a cone just like you could buy a cone. And I'm pretty sure there's Amazon cones that are like almost
yeah, but if you take
identical.
it off the street, is that not
How do,
considered
how do they know they're taking it?
a stolen cone?
Yeah. I would just order a cone.
You're gonna order a cone to then pay a $50
If
fine.
I yeah, the tickets are probably like $8. Nothing against the Pirates. I'm just saying you can get some really cheap tickets for like $15 in the bleachers. 15 plus 50, that's 65, baby. No, I would not sneak a cone in.
Christ.
That would probably not be on my I don't think I would do that. Would you do that?
I don't know how you would sneak a cone in, so no.
As a fan that likes Detroit Red Wings, you guys are known for throwing the octopus in the
Yeah, but
arena.
that's
Would you
different.
throw that though? But would you sneak one in and do it?
Yeah.
You would
Well,
do it.
yeah, but that's different. This is a new thing this year. The
Yeah.
octopus has been around for fucking ever.
Yeah, but would you do
I
it
would
and knowing if you got caught, you
100%
get
do it.
fined? Yeah.
You're not getting caught.
Yeah.
I'm not getting caught.
They're not patting you down there, dude. Unless you got like an
No,
octopus that has like
sir.
some needles
That
in it or something.
not
I
going to
don't
set
know.
off the metal detector. I can tell you that.
No, no, it wouldn't. A cone wouldn't either. I guess that's how they're doing it. I don't know how
I
you
don't
sneak a
know.
cone in. I just don't know. Like, do you find them when they run through the scanner? You're like, I see a cone, dude. That's $50. Like, who's like, do they have to call someone down there?
I don't know how you. Yeah, I don't.
What happens if you don't pay them? Do they just kick you out? Like, what? All right, cool.
I don't know the answers, dude. I was just bringing up the topic.
I
Something I
don't. I'm
saw.
just.
I
These are
wanted to hear
great
your thoughts on
questions
it.
to ask them. I'm just saying, like, I wonder what the thought process is. Like, oh, we're gonna charge our fans $50 for coming up with a cool celebration.
It
But
wasn't the fans who came up with it. I don't think. I think it was the dugout. It's the dugout
mm,
celebration. Like
mm,
you know how they have their celebrations. Like
mm, mm, mm,
last year the
mm.
Tigers had like you know the CC's logo
Yeah,
and it has like the spear with the pizzas on top.
yeah.
They had one of those things in there. I think they had a hockey stick with pizzas on it or something.
Hmm, that's cool. That one's cool though. Like,
That's fun.
That's a
That's a
cool
cool
one.
one.
Like a cone one though. Like, where's the dugout getting the cones from then? Are they just have cones laying around at the stadium?
On other news, switching up to another sport real quick. I'm glad the fucking Red Wings aren't in the playoffs.
Why?
Some of
Lay it
these
out there.
fucking some of these calls
A rough.
have been atrocious this playoffs. Like rough
Name one.
the penalties have been trash.
Name one that you recently just saw. What was one from last night's game? Was there a game last night?
There was, I can't remember who was playing last night.
Was it
I didn't
was
watch
it
the
the
Edmonton
Wild?
one.
Wasn't it
Turned that
Dallas
game
and
off.
Wild?
Didn't watch that one.
Hmm.
I was watching, what was the other one? There was three games last night.
Anaheim.
Nope, just said I didn't watch that one. Get your butt out of here.
It's fucking lady, dude.
I already told you, if you want to be on the show, fill out a ticket. We're a high commodity.
I'm gonna deny it.
Just there's been a lot of offsides been overturned. Fucking, I'm glad I'm not playing Pittsburgh because Sidney Crosby is a
Ah!
baby.
He likes to dive. He should own an Olympic-sized pool, eh?
And their coach looking like a fucking Q-tip out here going, Sidney Crosby doesn't dive. That's what Sidney Crosby made a career off of diving.
Z, we love you, but
So
your team
glad.
sucks.
Like I would want to be in the playoffs, but I also knew I told Marissa this looking at the standings before the playoffs started. I was like, I want to be in the playoffs, really do. And it's probably be a better thing for Carolina if Detroit was in the playoffs. But I'm so glad we don't have to play Carolina. It's like if we win, we play Carolina, and it'd be the easiest four games ever. At least
Yeah.
fucking Ottawa went out there and put up a fight where it pissed them off. Ottawa looked, or Carolina looked stupid in game three. I think it was. They looked so silly.
Was it game 3 or 4, the one they won?
I don't know, but
I
I can't
swear, dude,
remember.
if she says one more word, you gotta
Yeah,
fucking
she needs
throw
the
something
butt
at her.
out, dude. I need to
Fucking
mute
throw
her.
something at her.
I need to
Jesus
lay down the
fuck.
law.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't like women.
Yeah. That's why I'm here, baby.
No, but they looked like a whiny bunch of I would it was embarrassing to be a Carolina fan to watch that game. Ottawa
What was
wasn't
the
even doing
score?
anything.
Wasn't it
I
like
don't
five to
remember.
zero?
I don't think so. I don't know. I think well, I no, it should have been like 5-0, but
Yeah.
Carolina was in the box the entire second period. They were throwing a fit. They were just I don't get it.
Bunch of
I
babies.
would have been embarrassed. Would have been embarrassed to be a Carolina fan watching
Yeah,
that game.
Marissa should be embarrassed.
Marissa likes cheaters though. Surprised she's not a Kansas City fan.
Nah, dude. It's because we're not cheaters, that's why. Even the cheater, look at that. Freaking almost out of time. That's such bullshit. One last thing we can go over is a topic of your choosing.
So we D&D.
Dungeons and Dragons.
What are your
We had
thoughts
a
on this session? You
sesh.
enjoy
We
it?
had a session on
You have
Sunday,
a good one?
and I had a good
I
time.
just
It was
want
a lot
I just
of
want some, you know what, I got a bone to pick. I just want some meteorite for a new sword. And I feel like I'm
you
getting
suck.
dogged on. I
Dom, you suck.
feel like people are dogging on me.
You keep fucking dying and passing out, dude. You keep rolling fucking low
That's
numbers.
not my fault. It's not my fault.
What do you
It's not my fault.
mean?
No, no,
I said
no.
no.
Dom
I've
hits
said
an
the same
18
thing.
or Dom hits an 18 or higher every time. To, I have the highest armor class in the party, and somehow he hits an 18 or higher every time he rolls.
I
Bullshit.
think that's bull. He shouldn't be able to look at our
Uh,
charts to see what our armor class is. He'll look at mine and he'll like roll, and then he'll be like, "Does a 15 hit?" And I was like, "Well, you know it's a 14, so yeah, it hits. Yeah, it
But that,
hits."
a 14 is more understandable to hit it. Like you get hit less than I do.
I'm an archer, dude. I stand
And
so
then
far away.
and then when I get hit by like four attacks in a row.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely
You, I
eats
mean,
me.
if we're being honest, dude, you keep rolling like fives and sixes, and a 12 hits
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, dude, I did the same thing. We started out. I ended up being drunk and stuck in a cell the first time we played D&D because I kept
It's pretty
rolling
funny.
shit. Now I'm getting kills, dude. I figured out the die. You gotta make them loaded. No, don't load your die. Br- I think the one thing that sucked was we were waiting on Brendan to make a character.
We still played a normal session though. It's not like
Yeah,
we played any shorter.
I think
We
that's the
just
only
we
thing that sucked. Is we just had to wait a little bit for Dom to focus up because you had to kept jumping and looking at. If I was Brendan, dude, I would not have been asking him questions. I would have just wrote down the numbers I thought it was. He was screwing himself so many times. I enjoyed it. It was a good sesh. It was fun.
I had fun, yeah. I feel
Yeah,
like I get singled out, but yeah, I'll take it. I'll fucking
you're
take
still alive, dude. Brendan died.
it.
I don't know what it was about Dom's
I'm
son, but
I'm
he
also
likes to.
new to D&D, so I don't know how it all works, but I feel like we're missing out on a lot. No hate on Dom. Love you, Dom.
That's
Feel like we're missing
100%
out
A,
on a
dude.
lot.
You just said he sucks. That's basically what you said.
The story's kind of lackluster.
Wow. Wow.
What do you think? What do you think? We're jumping around now. We're not doing a lot of travel. We're literally just
I
fuck it.
want to
We'll
say
be
this. I think I know like we play for like 2 hours, but that's kind of our own fault 'cause we like to make jokes like a lot, dude.
Mhm,
We're pretty
mhm.
stupid. We got to do like a 5 hour session. Like like what we're doing needs like we need to do more. And I'm saying that
I
because
saw.
it took us an hour plus just to kill a group of bandits.
Yeah,
The first bandits we saw took forever, and then the second bandits when we got to that base, it took the rest of the session, and we got like no
I got
meteorites yet.
beat the fuck out of by. Well, I guess I beat the shit out of myself.
You rolled a
But the
one.
bandits, the bandits beat the fuck out of me.
I don't.
I had
I
one
mean,
bandit.
just to let everybody know, if you guys play D&D, we're level 6, so like they're not like. I think he's doing that on purpose. Like since we're level 6, we should be facing higher skilled enemies. But I don't
A
think they should
bandit
be
is
that,
a
dude.
bandit. A
I
bandit
shouldn't
is a
roll.
bandit.
I shouldn't roll a 20, a nat 20, and then only do 10 damage. Like, what the hell is that? What the
Mhm.
hell?
What the
That's almost an
hell?
instant kill. No, I had fun, but I do think we need to have like a couple, especially since we were away so long. I think we should have had a longer session. Like because
Yeah,
like
I mean, Maddie was trying to rush us though.
we won't play, we won't play, kill me. We won't play next month, so I think in June we should have like a pretty long session.
I have to talk to them. I'm down, but then we'll have to talk about food and stuff like that. Because at one time I prepared a bunch of food, none of it got eaten.
Me and you were the only ones eating it.
Built a
We had
bit.
that
You know what
buffalo
I didn't
dip.
like? Them whining
Yeah,
that we were outside. I thought it was beautiful outside.
I thought it was nice. I just liked
Dom
making
was
fun of
just,
you, but I had a
yeah,
good
you were
time.
attacking, dude.
It was fun, dude. It was fun when it was finally you, not me getting make fun of.
Yeah.
But no,
That
I
was a good
enjoyed it
time
outside. That
outside,
was a
dude.
good idea.
Wasn't
Use your
yours, I
oil
guess.
upset. It was mine, but whatever.
Not according to you.
I don't know. You have no proof. Oh man, here's a question I'll ask. What would you change about this about our campaign, other than like the storyline and all that? Like, what would you change?
Let's, I'd add a little bit more detail into it
When you
because
mean
I feel
detail, do you
like,
mean like props or do you mean like
well,
background story?
no, because I get we're just starting out and we're all just getting into it. I know Dom has done it before, so I understand the lack of props
Yeah.
and the random minis and whatnot we have. I think because we're doing a lot of we'll finish something and we'll end the session and then we'll just wake back up in our castle the next session. And then when
Yeah.
we decide what we want to do at that session, we have these teleport coins which we haven't really
I
used.
haven't used once, dude. We haven't used
Nope.
once. We put them down, but we haven't used them.
Yep.
We've used a wagon that we
And what
haven't seen yet.
we talk about where we want to go, but he'll be like, we'll be on our journey to where we're trying to go, and he'll
Mhm.
roll some die and he said, okay, that's day one, nothing happened. Oh, that's day two, nothing happened. It's just like we're like we don't get to participate in like we could be going walking through the woods. Like describe it a little more. Give us something to do on the way to where we're going.
Yeah.
You know,
So
you
you
feel what you
want,
feel.
yeah, a little bit, almost like a little bit more foreplay to it. You
Just
know
a
what I'm saying?
little,
A little
little bit
foreplay.
more
Yeah.
detail. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Like I'd have them. I don't like. It makes sense to do on like to roll to feel like if anything's happened, be like you're walking through the woods on day one. You
It
notice a
doesn't have to be
beautiful.
hour by
Yeah.
hour. Yeah, just
No.
describe what's going
You could
where we're
just be
at.
like even if you roll like if he's like rolling for a 10 or higher for bandits to show up. Like if he rolls a 9, he'd be like, you walk by this camp of bandits, but you snuck by them, but you notice that blah 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 blah. Would you like to interact or would you like to just keep going?
Right. And if we snuck by
Yeah.
him, you could have
Yeah.
it to where like you were technically we he says we got past day one fine, but
Yeah.
on like day three when the bandits attack us, you can be like, you thought you stuck past these bandits, but you didn't, and tell us how
Yeah.
they tracked
Boom
us or
bam
whatnot,
boom, dude.
or say, I mean, we're on a trail. There's got to be other people coming and going on this trail.
Yeah.
Maybe we meet an
Yeah.
NPC or something.
Yeah. That makes sense. A little bit more
Just a
imagination to it.
little
Yeah.
more detail.
Yeah, just so you could dive into the imagination one. Because when we first
Mhm.
started off, it was pretty good. Like we weren't doing these 1 or 2 day things. But here, because we have to travel a lot, and I don't know why we're traveling. Like I get we're getting resources, but like I don't
Yeah,
understand.
well, this session, I think it took more of a turn because we're waiting on Brendan, and I said because I still don't have a sword. I have my basic sword,
I just have my two
but
small
I want a
swords.
better sword. I want a better sword, and we're getting your owlbear some armor.
Yeah, dude.
So like,
I haven't even used him once.
let's go get some meteor. I want a meteorite.
Yeah, and
So that's why
now
we went where we're going.
now you passed out, and
No, I'm
we
awake
still
now.
don't have meter. I know, but like you passed out, and we just got to the place that has the meter. Right?
Yeah,
Haven't even gone down into the
I haven't even gone down.
mine shaft.
I think his fights are good. I think the way he sets us up are good. I just feel like we need more detail in the
The in
in-between phase.
betweeners, yeah,
Yeah.
the basically the filler episodes.
Mhm,
Filler
mhm,
episodes
mhm.
keep us
And
going
it
while we haven't hit the mains.
doesn't help when we're drinking and we're all just being jackwads
Yeah,
because then we do some stupid stuff, but it's still fun.
we went over a lot
Fun
today, dude.
time. Fun time.
We did good on D&D. That was fun. We got to hang
Any life
around.
stories? Any life stories for anyone before we
Life
go?
stories.
Any life advice?
I don't have any life advice other
No
than keep
life
moving.
advice this week.
I'll do a quote. I'll do a quote. I'll quote a movie. It's Meet the Robinsons. I live by this. It's keep moving forward. Like you might be in the rough, keep moving forward. Just keep moving forward. Whatever hits you, just keep moving forward. You fail, keep moving forward. You make a mistake, keep moving forward. Do you have anything?
No, sir, I
I
do
hate you,
not.
dude.
I'm excited for I love these
Dang
little
it.
talks we do. It's a little getaway for us. So I appreciate everyone who sits down and listens to us talk. If we need anything to improve on, again, feel free to leave a comment. Hopefully we get a TikTok up and running this week. I need Garrett to send me the videos so I can download them. That's what we're waiting on.
Shoot.
But
Way
other
to
than
call
that,
me out.
Yeah, we had a great night and cheers.
Cheers.
Bye bye.